Yeah, my name is Dr. Gerishon Mwiti, a lover of all that is good, lovely, pure, and on good report. That goes also with the whole idea of hating all that is evil, bad, corrupt, and damaging. My focus now as a leadership scholar is integrity. I'm a member of a global integrity network, an organization that is looking at integrity in the view of its enemy, corruption. Indeed, corruption, the opposite of corruption is integrity. So that is a major subject, not only here in Kenya, but worldwide. I'm also an author of a book called When the Best is Corrupt. People like you who are viewing me now, you are actually among the best in our country. And therefore, if the best is corrupt, what do you expect of a nation? And I think that's why we are here, to see whether there's a problem that needed to be solved. A question that needs to be answered, and a need that needs to be met. The issue before us is affecting all of us in the country, and we need to think together about it. Corruption is chaos. It is stopping us to run as we should. It is slowing our movement from poverty to prosperity, from ignorance to knowledge. And therefore, you are here to respond to that. Let me say a few words regarding Dr. Kalua. His parents and I, we lived in the same compound. So I can say that I'm one of those who can say something about Dr. Kalua from when he was just a little baby to what he is right now. The man before us, Dr. Kalua, is a man of integrity. His lifestyle is a style of details. He's a man of details. He's concerned with small little things that many people don't bother about. Do you know that corruption is maintained purely by fear? Any man of courage will not bow to corruption. This is what I see in Isaac Kalua. A man of courage, fearless. He can ask any question, he can go anywhere, he can say anything that is good and beautiful. What about commitment? All I see in him for the years that I've known him is a man of commitment. Commitment is related to dedication. Dedication is also related to concentration. And the concentration is related to enthusiasm and a sense of immediacy. What you want to do is to be done now, not to procrastinate and say, I'll do it tomorrow. That is what I see in the life of this gentleman. Dr. Kalua, industrious, is that kind of a person who has overcome what we call sloth. Sloth is the laziness of body, mind, and spirit at the same time. So if any nation or a person suffers from sloth, he is lazy physically, mentally, and spiritually. So he is not very useful. So Kalua, what I see in him is a man who is fearless. He doesn't fear. He can venture anywhere. He can go anywhere. He is industrious. There is also the issue of professionalism. What are the characteristics of being a professional? It's that person to whom anything what they're doing is what they're doing well. Shoddy work need not to be done and should not be part of us. And that's what I'm seeing in you now as I speak to you. It's somebody committed, somebody dedicated, somebody who is concentrated to whatever you want to do. In other words, he's a focused man. He lived as a focused person. In the area of leadership, there are 3 levels of leadership which I've seen in him. The lowest rank of leadership is when a leader is ordinary. He maintained status quo, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. He doesn't want any change. Let us just be contented with whatever we have. That is the level 1. Level 2 is special. Somebody who wants to see changes taking place. And now, not tomorrow. This is what I see in Kalua and his lifestyle. So, he is a person concerned with the leadership that concerns itself with the beauty, with the greatness, with solving problems, answering questions, and meeting need of our people. That is what I see in him. Exceptional is a very rare level of leadership development. In leadership theory, this is attained by very few people. And in Kenya, we have some of these people. But because of the immensity of ignorance, immensity of ordinary leadership, those people are not yet seen shining brightly so that we can say we know somebody who is an exceptional leader. Dr. Kalua is a leader who has moved from the ordinariness of leadership to special leadership, heading to exceptional leadership. Finally, let me say this. This is Isaac. Isaac is a creator in my thinking. His father created beauty where there was no beauty. And this is what I'm seeing in him right now. Creation has to do with converting nature into culture. Converting trees into timber, timber into furniture. Converting stones into walls which protect us. Those with the eye to see, ear to hear, mind to think, when they relate themselves within God, then they are in the business of converting nature into culture. God created nature. Everything we see in nature was created by God. It is when we associate ourselves with God, when we convert nature into culture without destroying it. This is Kalua. This is a man before us here, the converter of nature into culture. The difference between Kenya and America is because their speed of converting nature into culture is higher than ours. So I know him as a person whose lifestyle is characterized by details, thoroughness, accuracy, and other traits related to that. Make the world better than it was. Do the best you can, using your mind, using your hands, using all that God has given you. May God bless you. May God give you a wonderful time here to use your mind, to use your bodies, and to use your heart in order to meet the needs of Kenyans and solve their problem. Thank you.